Hey guys, it is Tuesday. Let me try and get some better light. I am just sitting outside for a little bit this afternoon. It is absolutely gorgeous out. It's like nice and sunny, but it's not hot and humid like it has been. So I'm trying to get my little pasty ghost skin a little bit more bronze. So I'm just trying to take advantage of sitting outside when I can. But I just figured that I would check in with you guys and kind of give you a few updates. I want to talk a little bit about my workouts and like I just had check-in, so go over that. But we'll start with the workouts. And so I have been working with a new coach for about a week now, and or just a little bit over a week. But so that means that's why I've been having like all new meals, and my workouts have been different too. And so kind of the difference between the workouts that I was doing previously and what I'm on with my current program. First off, they're so flippin' hard. So, which I love. I love training hard, training heavy, just training to my absolute max. And that's definitely what this program has been. So really, I mean, it's not like I'm doing any movements that are like some secret movements that like I've never heard of or anything like that before. It's all movements that I've done before. It's just a different way of doing them. So a lot of my program now, 99% of my sets and things like that, everything is to failure. And so before, I would be like, oh, you would have 5 sets of X amount of reps or something like that. Like you would have kind of like still a range to get to, but like I would stop at that range. And I think when you go into your workout with your mind fixated on just a certain number of reps, like you are like self-fulfilling prophecy. So it's like if I were to see my program say 10 to 12 reps, once I got to 12 in my mind, like I would already be stopping, and I think that would make my body stop too. Like my body would think it was tired before it actually was tired, just because just like looking at the sheet of paper. And so now when I'm training to failure, I'm literally going until I can't complete a rep. And so I think just that mental shift of like training for a certain amount of reps and then training to failure, I'm working so hard. And granted, it's not like I wasn't giving my all before. I think it's just more different mentally now, because now I'm literally going to failure. Like if I say, you know what, like even if the set before I had gotten 12 reps and then I add weight and I'm like, oh, like there's no way I'm gonna get 12 now. Like hell no, I don't think that. I go until I can't go anymore, and it's just testing me more mentally, pushing past what I think is my last rep and then going beyond that and doing 3 more. Like now when I'm training, if I'm like dying at X amount of reps, I'm like, okay, you might be dying now, but give me 3 more reps, and I will bust out those 3 reps. And they might be sloppy, and towards the end I'm losing form and things like that, and I know that's not okay to do all the time, but I am pushing myself to the absolute max and going to failure on absolutely everything that I possibly can while still increasing the weight. So that's kind of just how like my programming is different. I absolutely love it. I always will go into every workout thinking and planning to give 110%, and I don't leave the gym until I've accomplished that. But it's really hard for me to explain, but I feel like I'm working harder than I've ever worked before in every single workout. And again, I think a lot of it is testing me mentally too. So just breaking past that barrier when you think you're done, and then reaching that next level of, okay, I'm seriously done now. Like my body is absolutely taxed. So that's what I'm trying to get to every set, every exercise of every workout. Also, it's a little bit different. So before I was doing like a 3-day split, and then a rest day, and now I'm back to lifting like 6 days a week. My cardio is a little bit different too. But in terms of like training, before I was doing like leg day, and then back bi, and then shoulders, triceps, and chest. And now I'm doing more of legs. Again, legs is always just on its own, so legs. Heavier emphasis on like squatting, leg press, movements like that. And I'm also, with my training now, doing a lot of like burnouts, so going to failure on one side, or so for example, like lateral raises, I'll burn out with both arms, and then I'll burn out the left side, or that's my right side, and then go over to the other side. So working movements all together, and then breaking it down by left or right. Where was I going with that? Oh, but so now it's like legs, and then I have just shoulders, and those are the two areas that I like constantly as a bikini competitor need to work on, but specifically just I need more fullness, more roundness in my glutes, and the same thing in my shoulders. So those days are just dedicated to themselves, and then I will do chest, bis, and tris. So that's really different for me, doing strictly just upper body lifts, and then back day is all on its own too. So I'm a big fan of that. So like 4 days now, and I'll hit legs and shoulders twice a week. So that's kind of how my workouts have changed a little bit. I've shown clips of how my meals have changed a little bit. So again, I'm still following a strict meal plan. So I'm not doing like if it fits your macros or anything like that. I have no idea what my macros are at. I get a strict meal plan, but now the only difference is, like before, it was what I could have was like set in stone. I mean, there were times where if I like ran out of something last minute, I knew an equivalent that I could swap out, like sweet potatoes and oats or something like that. But now it's like I have options. So, which is nice. It keeps it a little bit more fresh and not so monotonous. But again, I've mentioned time and time again, I'm a creature of habit, and so when I find a combination that I like, I really stick to it. I only have the option of having oatmeal once a day, and that's at my first meal, and so I can't see myself ever getting rid of that as long as it's on my plan, because oatmeal just has my heart. I think it's my favorite food, hands down, including like any kind of cheat or anything like that. Like, I am just obsessed with oatmeal, which is weird because there was a point in time where I was so scared of it, like when I was a kid. But so that's a little bit like how my meals have been going. Today's Tuesday. It's been a week since I did like my small little like cheat meal, and I have that again today. And so, I mean, I have the option of going out and getting like froyo or sushi or anything that I want, really. But I just prefer right now to make it at home. I've always kind of struggled mentally with having like cheats or free meals or whatever, like during a prep. And as you know, I'm a little less than 7 weeks out from North Americans, which will most likely be my final show of the season. And so just knowing that, I just want everything to be absolutely perfect, and I just feel so much more in control when I can make it at home. And granted, again, this isn't like you'll see during off season and stuff like that, you might get like 1 or 2 free meals a week, and during like an off season or something like that, you know, like I would be fine going out somewhere because I would know that I don't have a show coming up. But and again, the meals that I'm getting right now, like I swap it out. My meal 5 is swapped out with this, and it's small, so it's only supposed to be like 75 to 100 grams of carb increase. And so I just feel much more comfortable, much more in control if I can make it at home, and I know exactly how many carbs. I can control the fat, because you don't want to go overboard on your fat. You want to keep fat minimal, and keep your protein around the same. So it just makes more sense for me right now to be making them at home. And I like that because generally when you make things at home, I can, you know, have more of something. And so like I'm big into like volume eating, so kind of stretching your macros or numbers like as much as you can. And so if I were to go out and get like frozen yogurt or something, that would be, I could get a lot less of that than say having some Arctic Zero or something like that. So and I think it's fun to like make stuff at home. I think my sister tonight is going to eat it too, so that'll be, it lets me just be a little bit more social. It's nice like bonding with my sister. I can make some for my dad too, so it's fun doing it at home. And I can save my like huge pizza craving for like real pizza after my show. So food's not going anywhere, so right now I'm totally fine with making a healthier alternative at home. In terms of yesterday was my first like updated check-in with my coach, and that went really well. I got great feedback, you know, already making changes with the program that we're on, and so that made me really happy. I feel like I will be on schedule for North Americans, and I feel like I'll be bringing again just so much more improved package. That's always my goal from stepping on stage each time, just improving. And I think a big goal for me this time too is to keep working on that like mental improvement too. So really focusing on just putting the blinders up, worrying about me, just worrying about how I personally can improve from show to show, and not worrying about, you know, anybody else or what they're doing. Just focus on me and just focus on like I know what I need to work on personally, and I'm just busting my butt in the gym and in the kitchen and everything that I possibly can to make sure that I'm doing everything in my power to improve upon my weaknesses and turn them into strengths. And just going into this show like how I went into Jersey, just really ready to just soak up the experience, meet people, bring my best physique possible, and just have fun. So I'm so excited to get back on stage. I have friends and people that I follow that are competing this weekend in Vegas, and so sad that I won't be doing that one, but I know it's better for me to keep on taking some time and trying to grow a little bit more before my next show. So I will be cheering them on, and just probably on Instagram and social media just constantly checking and cheering for my friends and things like that. So that's some good motivation right there. Everyone going into peak week, I hope that you guys kill it, keep working hard. You guys are almost there, and you're so close to getting to share with everyone and yourself all your hard work that you've done the past few weeks and months. So keep going, and I will show you guys another picture of the meal that I make tonight. I think I'm just gonna do a repeat because it was honestly so good. So good. So I think I'm just gonna make that again, and I will show you guys. And then I'm gonna try and get some more like workout footage and things like that, since my style of training is a little bit different right now. Show some clips of that, but just wanted to check in and say hi to you all. So hi.
Pills and potions, we're overdosing. I'm angry, but I still love you. Pills and potions, we're overdosing. Can't stand it, but I still.
Hey guys, I just got back from the store, and I figured I would kind of just unpack all my stuff for you guys. That way you get an idea of some of the things that I grab in a typical grocery haul. So for starters, first up we have just sweet potatoes. Next up, spinach. I grabbed 4 bags of spinach. And yeah, I grabbed 4 bags, so I just go through that so quickly. It's one of the approved vegetables that I can have at any meal, and I just like having spinach as my vegetable because the portion size. So for 3 ounces of spinach, I mean, that's a lot of spinach. It's a very volume food, and I like to make salads with it. I just eat plain spinach. I love spinach. So that's one of my go-tos. Then I also grabbed two bags of like broccoli slaw. And so for anyone that doesn't know what broccoli slaw is, it's just broccoli, carrots, and red cabbage. So I grabbed some of that because I'm allowed to have, yeah, the broccoli, cabbage, things like that. I also grabbed some fresh bananas. I grabbed a little thing of eggs because in the morning I can have the option of like 4 egg whites and an egg. So I just grabbed a little thing of that. And then I stocked up on a few more Quest bars. And so these particular flavors, my absolute favorite, cookies and cream. And then I also grabbed the mint chocolate chunk. I just like the bars that the consistency is like a little harder. And so I grabbed those ones. Next up, I got some bread. It's Sara Lee Delightful, the 45 calories in healthy multigrain. And so for 2 slices of that, it's 18 grams of carbs, 6 protein, 1 fat. So grab that. I've been making some French toast in the morning. So in a previous clip, I kind of mentioned how I would never, get rid of oatmeal. And then that very next day, I'm like, you know what? Let's just switch it up. And I thought about making French toast. And so I had 2 pieces of French toast for breakfast the other day. And I think today was like my 3rd day in a row doing that. So might be giving oatmeal a little bit of competition there. Next up, I have some tilapia. So I'm running low on that. Then I grabbed some cottage cheese and some plain non-fat Greek yogurt. I also grabbed some egg whites just because it's easier for me to do this than crack a bunch of eggs and take out the yolk and things like that. So just a little bit simpler. I also grabbed some cinnamon. I can't remember the last time I added cinnamon to anything, but for some reason when I saw it, I just grabbed it, I don't know. Then I have like liquid stevia. And I also wanted to show you guys, these are like really the only 2 Walden Farms products that I use. I use the pancake syrup, just the original. That stuff is like liquid gold, I swear, I love it. And then some of their like fruit spreads. This particular kind is blueberry, but I've also done raspberry, which is really good. The apple butter is probably my favorite, but they were out of it. So I have those 2. And then the last thing that I got that I wanted to show you guys is this drink that I really like. They're sparkling ices. This one is cherry limeade, so good. They're 0 calories. They're naturally flavored sparkling mountain spring water with vitamins and antioxidants. So nothing in here, no fat, no sodium, no carbs, no protein, nothing. So these are really nice just to switch it up. And so, yeah, that's everything. Just wanted to show you guys kind of some of the typical things that I'll be incorporating into my diet lately. So hope that gives you guys a little bit of an idea.